It was a busy afternoon at St. Mary's Hospital in New York City. The emergency room bustled with activity as doctors and nurses hurried from one patient to another. Among them was Nurse Angela Carter, an experienced and dedicated nurse who had worked tirelessly for years, earning the respect of her colleagues and patients alike. As Angela checked the vitals of an elderly patient, a doctor, Dr. William Porter, walked into the room. He was a well-known surgeon, confident but sometimes arrogant, especially when dealing with the nursing staff. He had a habit of speaking down to those he deemed less important than himself. Looking at Angela, he frowned. "Why are you still here, Nurse Carter? Did you even follow the correct procedure for this patient? I need competent people around me, not someone who just stands around," he said dismissively, barely making eye contact. Angela took a deep breath, trying to remain professional. "Doctor, I followed all the necessary procedures, and the patient is stable. If you'd like, I can go over the details with you." Dr. Porter scoffed. "I doubt you would understand. Just step aside and let me handle this." Angela clenched her jaw but stepped back. She had dealt with this kind of behavior before. However, what neither of them realized was that the man lying in the hospital bed, observing the entire exchange, was Donald J. Trump, business mogul, former president, and one of the most recognizable figures in the world. Dressed in a hospital gown, Trump had been admitted under a different name for privacy reasons. He had come in for a routine checkup after feeling unwell earlier that day. His presence in the hospital was known only to a select few, and Dr. Porter had no idea who he was treating. Trump watched the interaction unfold, his expression unreadable. Then, as Dr. Porter turned his attention to him, Trump sat up slightly in bed. "Excuse me, Doc," Trump said in his unmistakable voice. "Did I just see you disrespect this incredible nurse? You didn't even listen to her." Dr. Porter blinked, suddenly aware that the patient in front of him was none other than Donald Trump himself. His face turned pale as he realized his mistake. Mr. Trump, sir, Trump waved a hand. "I don't care who you are or how many degrees you have. I've worked with thousands of people in my life, and let me tell you something. Respect goes a long way. This woman, Nurse Carter, has been doing her job with professionalism, and you just brushed her off like she was nothing." Angela stood silently, shocked that someone like Trump was standing up for her. Trump continued, "In business, in politics, and in life, you don't rise to the top by stepping on the people who make everything run smoothly. And let me tell you, hospitals don't run because of doctors alone. They run because of nurses, staff, and people like Angela who actually care." Dr. Porter swallowed hard. I didn't mean any disrespect, sir." Trump raised an eyebrow. "Then maybe next time you listen before you speak." There was silence in the room. Dr. Porter, visibly embarrassed, turned to Angela. "I apologize, Nurse Carter. I should have been more respectful." Angela, ever the professional, gave a small nod. "Apology accepted, Doctor." Trump smirked. "Good. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get my checkup without any more drama." As the hospital staff resumed their work, word spread quickly about what had happened. Angela felt a newfound sense of confidence, knowing that someone had stood up for her when it mattered most. And Dr. Porter? He never looked at nurses the same way again. Moral of the story: no matter your position in life, treating others with respect isn't just the right thing to do. It's what sets true leaders apart.